My grandparents say, whenever I say, guess what, my nanny says chicken's not.
My grandparents always say, good morning, stinker.
My grandparents always say, do you want to watch TV?
My grandparents always say, what do you want for breakfast?
My grandparents always say, you want to watch a movie.
You can't come on our trip because you have school.
We're gonna take a nap. My grandparents always say to read books a lot.
My grandparents always say, do you want blueberry pancakes?
My grandparents always say, do not go downstairs because of the cats. My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say, bye-bye.
My grandparents always say, I forgot my phone.
My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say, Carla, come here.
My grandparents always say, don't hit the ball over the neighbor's fence. My grandparents always say they love me too, and then back.
My grandparents always say, have a great day. My grandparents always say, have a good day.
My grandparents always say, give me a hug.
My grandparents always say, I love you.
They always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say they love me.
My grandparents always say, yes, you can have that. My grandparents always say, speak like a big boy.
When I see my grandparents, they say I love you.
They say that I grow up so fast.
My grandparents always say, read me a book.
My grandparents always say, I'm precious.
My grandparents always say, do you want candy? I'm glad you're here. My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say, I love you.
They say, come here, Angel, because when her brother was in the army, they called her Angel. My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always say, I love you. My grandparents always say to be brave.
My grandparents always say, I miss you. My grandparents always say, please and thank you.
My grandparents always say, how was your day at school?
My grandparents always say to be safe.
My grandparents always say, can I go to a baseball game? My grandparents always say, let's go shopping.
My grandparents always say, would you like to go to a movie theater?
My grandparents always say, eat some vegetables.
My grandparents always say to me, yes, you can go outside and ride your floor.
My grandparents say, I wish you were here with me.
My grandparents always say, you are the best.
My grandparents always say, do you want to play a game?
My grandparents always say, what are you doing?
My grandparents always say, you want some money for the concession stand?
My grandparents always say, are you hungry?
My grandparents always say when I turn 8, hey, I thought you were 7.
When I'm scared, my grandparents always say it's okay.
My grandmother said, I always tidy my room.
When you ride four-wheelers, I'll go somewhere safe. My grandparents say that they love me.
To be a good friend.
My grandparents always say hello.
My grandparents always say it's time to get in the bathtub.
My grandparents always say yum.
My grandparents always say I love you.
My grandparents always say, what do you want to do today? I always can play on my iPad and go outside and play. My grandparents always say, how's my day?
I'm always a cutie pie. My grandparents say they always love me.
Sit at the table.
My grandparents always say, have a good day.
My Guggy always says, I didn't know Hannah Kate was coming.
My grandparents always say they love me. My grandparents always say yes.
My grandparents always say, come into the kitchen.
Come to the park.
My grandparents always say, I love you.
My grandparents always love me.
My papa always asks me if I want to go to the Papa Park.
My grandparents always say that I'm a good swimmer and I'm good at school.
My grandparents always say they love me.
My grandparents always say that they love me.
My grandparents always say, you want to have a movie night, sugar pie?
My grandparents always say I'm good.
My grandparents always say I can have an ice cream sandwich.
My grandparents say that my brother's funny and that he loves me.
My grandparents call me a good biker and jumper, and they call me Sugar.
My grandparents always say I'm a walking calculator.
My grandparents always say that I'm a walking calculator. My grandparents say they always love me. Let's put a Band-Aid on and get an ice pack.
Come here, darling.
My grandparents say, do you want to go out to eat? My name is Lily, and my grandparents always say, do you want Coca-Cola and Cheetos?
My grandparents always say, be careful.
My grandparents always say, do you want to get chips and salsa? My grandparents say they always love me. Hey, I love to play games. I always say, hey, Trip.
My grandparents always say, we have to clean up.
My grandparents always say that I love you.
My grandparents always say, hey, buddy.
My grandparents say you can't get on my pantry. My grandparents always say, hey, Cross, let's play Minecraft. My grandparents always say, come and play on the slipping slide. My parents always say, buckle up. My grandparents say, they love me.
My grandparents say, let's play a game.
My grandparents say, always have fun.
My grandparents always say, I love you. My grandparents always say that they love me.
My parents always say, give me some sugars.
My grandparents say, you can do this.
Bye.